So today we'll be reacting to another academia video. So let's get started.
All right, so this is something that I just really need to get off my chest. Okay, so first, let me go ahead and get the tweet out the way. So Mike Wang, he tweeted. All right, so a guy named Cam, he said, "Can someone please ask Baluba what's the point in a high steal this year other than interception if pluck animations are pretty much gone?" And Mike Wang responded. He said, "The canned pluck steals are gone,
I
but a
still
high
waiting
steal rating is important for
for
on ball steals and blitzing." Okay, so let me go ahead and just break this down real quick for y'all. All right, so first and foremost, okay, I want to stress when the game first comes out, all right, the defense is always going to have an advantage. All right, that is just how it always going to be. All right, and unfortunately, individuals start complaining, saying I'm getting ripped every single time I'm dribbling, and they don't have any badges. All right. They complain about the passing lanes because they don't have any badges, or they have a low pass accuracy, because usually pass accuracy is the last thing you're upgrading when you're trying to get to 99. And you first put your VC in there, you can only be an 85 overall. You're like, yo, do I want to put this on my pass accuracy, or do I want to put this on my 3-point shot, max that all the way out? You see what I'm saying? So what happens in the beginning is that the defense is going to be the overwhelming favorite initially, and
yeah, true.
people get mad, they get frustrated, and then they start complaining, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere 2K comes up with a hot patch and just nerfs lockdowns to the dirt. Okay, and then we're stuck for the rest of the year with, again, like he said, the only thing that's going to be
Trash
viable
ass
is the
defense.
passing lane steals, because passing lane steals is the only thing that you could really do in 25 after the massive nerfs. Okay, now let me go ahead and speak on why this is important to play through the frustrations initially when the game comes out, and not sit there and immediately start to think the game is broken or lockdowns are too OP and overpowered. Because we all know what happens when season 2 comes out and they do the massive update, and now all of a sudden the whole game aspect of how NBA 2K26 is going to be is now changed. Okay, your build no longer is viable.
That's what I'm saying. They patch one thing, and not one patch messes up how the game is for the rest of the year. So for like before people, yeah, like what he's saying, before people judge the game, they need to first think about like how they're gonna affect that like the whole year, because like one patch could mess up like the whole game for the rest of the year. They patch one thing, and then that messes everything up for for everything else.
It doesn't make any sense. Your lockdown needs to be switched over. Okay, on ball steals are gone. Blitzing is gone. The only thing you can do is get passing lane steals. Then you're complaining about offense is too overpowered. They're able to do anything and everything they want. We can't stop this. This is ridiculous. This is cheese. This is this. This is that. Why am I reaching and he's not even going for the ball? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, me, when the game first comes out and I'm just sitting, I'm like, bro, this is what it is. Let me get my badges real quick. I know some people, like Lamonsta, he'll go into my career and he won't even play a part game until he gets his build all the way maxed out. Like he gets all of his badges and stuff, right? That's the thing that's smart. But I know a lot of y'all initially want to go, and I'm the same way. I initially make in the game. I don't really care about, I just trying to go in the park and start just playing park games. I don't really want to play CPUs, but there's
I
multiple.
mean, because most people are doing that shit, so the Bills are gonna be like being the same overall as you. So most people are doing that, so the game is actually pretty balanced at the time, or pretty even. Like every build is at that overall for right now until they actually run it their overall. But at the start of the game, like everybody it's mostly at that overall for a minute just grind. But nobody, I mean, there's like a lot of people. I mean, I used to like grind my career because at the time I was still young, so I didn't have a job at the time. And now, since I have a job, I mean, sometimes I might play, sometimes I played it even now because like it's like nostalgic. But besides that, I just hop on park and that's it.
Ways you can go about trying to get your badges, get your ratings up, right? And still have fun. You can go on the rec, you can do starter five, you can do whatever, but at the end of the day, we need on ball steals to be viable, okay? You can just look at the video that's in the background and see how the reaching is just like when people reach, there's no steals. Like there's nothing happening at all. Even if you have a low ball handle, it's just not happening. You're not getting the on ball steal animations, or when you reach, what happens? It's a foul. Hello. And if you want the gameplay to be genuinely balanced, then everything has to work together in this ecosystem, okay? A 99 steal needs to feel like a 99 steal. A 993 needs to feel like a 993.
Every attribute needs to feel like that's working because like what's the point? Because like this year, I feel like I feel like I don't know. I feel like the attributes. I mean, like some people are saying like this whole year. I mean, even the past case, like having that badge or that high attribute don't work. So you have to lower that to actually, and then that means like use those other attributes you have left to max something else.
A 99 rebound needs to feel like a 99 rebound, and etc.
Exactly.
Now we know that's not necessarily the case. People can get away with going with just gold badges or legend badges for certain things, and that's not good. I've always been preaching that. I feel like someone that has 99 pass accuracy, that needs to be a massive, fast zip ball. Accuracy's crazy, and because if you're gonna put that much value into your build, you know what a 99, how much value that holds, then you should be
You know how
extremely
much VC you
credited
spending
for
on
that.
that shit too?
So a 99 still, yes, you dang on right. If I have a 99 still, I should be able to reach, and at the proper times now, not spamming. Like in between a hezzy, you go behind your back and I read it at the right time, then I should be able to get to steal, period. It's not fun. Of course it's not fun as an offensive player. Duh, I get ripped and I'm not happy about it either. And yes, I do believe offense should be more offensive heavy, or if 2K had to feel like which way the game should lean, yes, it should lean more to the offensive side, right? Because offense is obviously going to bring more people to the table. It's fun to watch. People love to see a high score, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, you need to have the ultimate equalizer, and that is 99 steal, right? Or 99 block or 99 tier defense to where you can shut something down, okay? Now, I don't want people to think that if people have a 99 steal, everybody's gonna be running around and just spamming square and getting steals. No. Like I said, I am stressing that when they catch you in the middle of a hezzy, right? Or like you catch the ball and you immediately turn around and you bump into me and I get the steal, right? You're in a hezzy, you're doing it between the legs and I catch you right at the right time. Some people, again, and the same thing for the ISO heads, right? They love to sit there and just dribble in front of you, right? And listen, I respect that. I do, I respect that. But at the same time, if you're facing a 99 still individual, then you should be getting plucked a lot. Same thing if you have a 99 ball handle and I have a 99 still, yes, those should offset and it should be a 50-50 split between a hezzy, and I catch you in a hezzy or whatever. I do not want people to.
But that makes sense. Like, if you have like a 99 steal in a 99 ball handling, like, both the offense and defense should have a chance. Like, the offense should have a chance to blow by the defender or get an ankle breaker. And defense should have a chance to steal the ball or stop them from dribbling. Like, like what just said makes sense.
think
It's common
that
sense.
I am, trying to force, this defensive minded game down people's throat, because that's not the case. But what I am saying is that we need to be very cautious about how we're going to knock defense when the game comes out. I want every single one of my viewers, every single one of my subscribers, or if you're somebody that's watching this video, I want you to understand, take a deep breath, relax, give the game some time, let people get their badges before we start getting pitchforks and knives and panicking about what we need to do as far as these steals, or what we need to do as far as these passing lanes. This is ridiculously OP. No, I don't want to hear that this year, okay? I'm telling you, and I hope and I pray that 2K does not, give into pressure and just go ahead and make these hot patches and still on patching on steals and passing lanes, because again, like I said, it's just going to put us down a rabbit hole of where we'll never get back to the initial launch feel. And usually, for the most part, when everybody gets in the game initially, everybody's always giving credit to 2K. Like, yo, this game is smooth, don't change anything, da 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 da. But what I will say is that what happens is when individuals are learning how to dribble, they are going to be chaining together and doing sigs that are just going to keep them so vulnerable, right, for a steal, because you're learning. Whereas there's not a learning curve on a steal. It's just like, yo, catch him in the middle of something and press square. So of course it's going to be an advantage for defense. So just tell yourself that, like, dang, all right, yeah, that should have been it, because I was trying to do a hezzy, I was trying to go behind my back and I froze up. I mean, I'm still learning the sigs, so yeah, I should get ripped, right? Sometimes you take accountability in yourself, and it just makes it easier. Now, again, is this going to happen? Of course not. Game come out, I'll give it about 2 days, and everybody's complaining about defense, all right? But, maybe this message is more so for the dev team and for 2K. Please don't give in. I know the initial numbers and how many concurrent players is going to be huge. You got to be able to get a high number, but I'm just saying, please, 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 just give defense a chance, and let's let the game play out before we panic.
See, what all what he just said makes sense. Like, before everyone talks shit about the game, about how deep it is at, about how often it's at, like try the game out first, max your build out first, and then if everything is still ass, still shitty and stuff, that's when 2K needs to think about how, like, what needs to be patched, what needs to be still in the game, like 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 them patching shit is what makes the game even worse than how it started out. Like, the game can actually be good, but it keep passing shit, and the game doesn't get better. What's the whole point of fucking passing the thing if it's not gonna get better? But that's gonna be it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. That's the video.